previously for those who missed the entries on that day. Awesome. Cool. So guys, what happened with VTHO? So we had something called a fake out. What happened with Bitcoin yesterday? What do? They scare you. They give you an indication that we are going up. The only problem was, remember that when we break these trends and we break these upward trends, the importance of a higher high is crucial. And the fact that we didn't get the higher high means we're going to come test the lows and we're going to come down to these sort of zones. So what happened basically is we had a bit of a pullback yesterday. Bitcoin was rallying up. Not much of the market was actually moving and was actually rallying up to the sort of areas that we want. But we had a pullback yesterday. And what created the second pullback today was Bitcoin. End of the day, guys, go have a look at every single one of these coins. Look how strong these pullbacks were when Bitcoin sneezes. All of them. Every single coin. Rev is the only one. Guys, I hope you got your Rev. This coin is doing immaculate things. Every single one of them. Have a look. When Bitcoin sneezes, the market falls. And you can see that very much in the thing. So for VTHO's pullback now was not an unhealthy pullback. It was Bitcoin. It was Bitcoin coming down. The market is scared and that we sort of moved. Now, what I want to show you guys with VTHO today and to sort of give you an understanding is plan A is to make dollars. That's my plan, meaning that holding this coin, we are rallying upwards. Now, all of a sudden, if we start to turn downwards and we start to, this is where my plan B comes in. And my plan B makes me coins. It makes me actual coins. Now, Rand, if I can ask you a question now, if you saw the charts today and you saw everything was red, what would you be more upset about? Would you be upset if you were 20% down on your dollars or if you were 20% down on your Bitcoin? Well, what would you be way more upset about?
Definitely 20% down on my Bitcoin.
Exactly. So you remember this market, we are fighting for these coins. The coins are actually the rare currencies. So if I am going to get stopped out and I am going to lose a position in this coin, it is crucial that I'm either going to make more coins back when I buy back, or I don't lose the coins that I had previously. Because end of the day, what is the dollar? I'm building. The problem why everyone gets scared is because the dollar is the focus. The main thing is the dollar, the dollar, the dollar. Mine is the coins. I don't want to lose coins. I don't want to lose sort of things. So if I am going to get stopped out, how do I recover that? Or I need to make more coins. I need to have some sort of strategy. Now, what I mean by that is, so all that VTHO did was it basically reacted very strongly to Bitcoin's pullback, which is great. And what it's done is it's basically come back into this original zone, which we have moved. And this is the 618 line. Fibonacci, we know 618 is a really crucial stage for us to be holding. Now, the difference is I want to show you the power. And I want everyone, and I actually want you guys to record this or to just take this date down. I want you guys to ride, whoever is in the VTHO, even if you got stopped out, I'm going to get you back in. It doesn't matter. I want you to record this, and I want you to see what we do in this VTHO trade in the next month. Wow. Give it until the end. The next month, record this. And this was the one that went wrong. It didn't go wrong, but it didn't do what we wanted. And I'm going to show you how this is going to become the bigger trade than all of the ones that went perfect. So what the sort of game plan is now is we are coming back into the zone. During today, if I am happy with us in the zone, we are buying back. Now, for the guys that got stopped out, you're going to end up buying a little bit more coins than what you had previously. That's fine. For the guys that are still in, we have a plan B because we have a main support, which is this previous wick here. Okay. Now, the previous wicks are basically at 1.56 sort of cents. The chart will give you all the things and it will make it a lot more clear. I know you guys battle to see everything here. Now, if we don't hold the support level, okay, we are coming all the way back down to my next green zone. So what we're going to do is we are going to then have our stop loss, which is going to be sitting just under that support. Reason B is because sometimes the price moves too fast that they never got to buy everything that they wanted in the zone. The whales, the big guys, it went too quick. The FOMO kicked in too quick. So they will eventually bring that price back down to these zones and buy so they can get the rest of their buys in and now send it back to the next level. That's just a resistance into support. So that's nothing unhealthy. So the game plan is, if you entered, I'm going worst scenario here. If you entered at 19 cents, which means we are currently sitting from where we are now, we are sitting, call it 14, 15%. That's worse. So if you bought that high, That's worst scenario. The other guys got in at 17, so we are much lower than that. But if you got in there, we are 15% down. Now, the difference is if we now get stopped out at this zone, okay, that's last support, guys. We break that, we're coming down fast. Okay, so if we get stopped out at that zone, our next zone to buy in is there. So what do we have? We have a plan B. We know where we're going to buy back. Okay, so what that means is if we get stopped out at the zone and we fall all the way back down to these zones, that's a 30% fall that is coming if we don't hold that level. Meaning that we get to, with the same amount of money that we had, we are get to buy another 30% more coins. So if you had 100,000 coins, doesn't matter the dollar. I'm going to teach this to you guys, and I'm going to show you how powerful this is. Now, just by getting stopped out there and buying back at that zone, you are now sitting on 130,000 coins, which means that this entry that you actually had over there, you've actually brought that entry down by 30%, meaning that because you have 30% more coins now with the same amount of money, meaning that you are actually dropping your entry from there all the way down there. Let's just measure that again. So from there, we're dropping it all the way back down there. So just by understanding that when was the key level to get out and where I'm buying back in, do you see how you took your entry from the top and you've brought that entry all the way back down? And what does that do? That gives you, what is important in crypto is the entries. The guys that bought Bitcoin at $4,000 last year, where are they sitting right now? That's the power of having that entry. So I'm not panicking that we're losing dollars. I want coins. Where can I get more coins? So when we're rallying up, it's hard to make coins because you get out, it keeps rallying. You actually end up losing coins by doing that sort of strategy. On the downwards market and the retracing market, I can farm coins without putting more money in. So I now have brought my entry all the way back down. Now, what has that done? Bigger picture.
Sheldon, you're basically saying that a stop loss is actually your best friend. So if you get
100%.
stopped, it's your best friend.
100%. As long as I know where I'm buying back.
Because then you can just buy more coins. Simple.
Exactly that. Now, what does that do for me? Is if this comes down, big picture, it's not unhealthy for us to come test the zone. Why? Because they didn't get all the liquidity that they wanted in that zone. So now it comes down, but bigger picture is previously when we had the breakout, this was the next zone, right? Between 38 and 47 cents. So when we had the breakout, that was our growth. 100 to 146% was our growth to the next target. Now that you have far more coins and you have dropped your entry all the way back down here, now you're making 195 to a 250%. Do you see how you've just increased your next move to the upward side?
It's an
Stop worrying about
it's actually an exponential increase. You're saying buy more coins because it's cheaper, even though you got stopped out, and now you've got a whole lot more upside because your sell zone actually isn't changing.
Definitely not. Definitely not. It's about how do I accumulate more coins. Remember, we can't make coins in an upwards market, but we can make coins in a downwards market. And that's the important thing to know from this. So plan A, make dollars. Bullish market, be rallying up. Plan B, bearish market. Now I can collect my coins. Now I can make the coins that I want, which I couldn't make in the bullish market. Remember, dollars is dollars, guys, but the power of making coins with not putting money in is crazy. This is where true education comes. And I'm going to do this with you guys. We're going to do this in the next month, and we are going to run this full. That's why it's important. All of these updates are coming, and this is with any other trades. If one goes wrong, I got a plan B to make it right. Look how powerful it is that you can bring your entry down. Now, remember the guys that rode the first Bitcoin rally in 2017. They bought in. A lot of guys bought in at $20,000, $19,000. What happened next? It fell all the way back down. If they understood the power of doing this strategy, you know, in 3 months' time, you could have brought your entry from at $19,000. You could have brought it all the way back down to 10,000, and you could have brought it all the way back down to 6,000 by farming the coin, by making more Bitcoin off of these rallies and doing these sort of strategies. So you are actually bringing that entry down. We can make mistakes in the market. That's what's going to happen. But to actually fix them and make it, it's a lot quicker. And you're going to see how quickly we're going to make this back with VTHO. It's just about education, guys, and just understanding the two ways. So it's very important. So VTHO, guys, the full description update is coming on my Twitter straight after this page. I have another set of charts there already, and this comes with all of the trades that we are giving. All of them, the only ones that are not doing great right now, if I could say, is VTHO, we're in a bit of a loss. No problem. We got a plan to kill that. We got a plan to make the best. And I'm telling you, that's going to make us more money than any of the winning ones. But secondly, the other one that's a bit slow is TVK. And this comes with the same strategy.